All right, folks, this is Dan Clouser, president of the Big Vision Foundation, out here at the Big Vision Sports Complex, and I'm joined by former County Commissioner Mike Feeney. Mike, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks. It's great to be here. Beautiful day.
It certainly is. We wanted to get you out here because really you were the impetus behind this facility back almost 25 years ago. I guess it is 25 years ago now from when we actually opened the facility. So just tell me a little bit about why you thought having a youth sports facility was important to our community.
Well, there's so many soccer games going on and baseball going on, and people were fighting to get fields, and they're climbing over each other. And this is all big agricultural land that we're just leasing out for next to nothing. As I was in charge of the parks for the county as commissioner, I said this would be a nice area to put ball fields and soccer fields in. And I got the second vote from Commissioner Reber, and we did it. Unfortunately, Commissioner Carabella at that time was totally against it, voted no. So, again, as you notice, his name's not on the plaque because he wasn't supporting it. So, but it's a pressure relief out to the community. A good park, getting people out, activities, doing things, just like City Park, Center Park, where I'm very involved in. Grings Mill, the holiday lights at Grings Mill was one of my ideas. We did the biggest Easter egg hunt in Pennsylvania there. Go Fly a Kite Day I started in 1988 because somebody told me to go fly a kite. They didn't like the way I voted, so if I fly a kite, everybody flies a kite. So we had fun with doing it, but I just wanted to see the parks be more active within the community, doing things for the community, getting kids out, getting parents out. I was hoping if we would have had better weather patterns that I could have put the snowmaking in along the Grings Mill Trail and put cross-country skiing in all the way down along the trail, but we never had. We tried to put an ice skating pond in, and we never had any freeze that year, so we sort of abandoned it.
So you obviously you saw this place when it was built, in the very beginning, 25 years ago, and now we've taken over and lease it from the county, maintain it, do all the scheduling. I know you've been out here a couple times in the past since we've taken over the lease. What do you think about some of the stuff that we've done out here at the complex?
Oh, this is fantastic. The giant green, the green monster wall, that's fantastic. The scoreboard, the way the grounds are maintained. Never would we come out midweek and find lines on a field. Unfortunately, some people in the Parks Department didn't want to have anything to do with this. They were sort of drug into this screaming, hollering, and kicking. But it's a pressure relief out. The kids coming out here playing, keep them off the street. I like how green that's. Unfortunately, we didn't have the money to irrigate all the fields. I wish we would have. And I understand you put the irrigation in that field to protect that field, yeah. Well, maybe some good senior citizens who want to make an endowment donation to you could donate and have their name put another plaque put on the side of the field and pay for the irrigation.
That would be wonderful. And that's definitely a spot we're in right now is really trying to get the community behind us and understand how important this is. In just a couple hours, these fields will come to life. The soccer fields will come to life as well with practices. So during the week we've got local teams out here every night. Matter of fact, last night we actually had a couple teams come down from New York just to play some of the Reading teams on a Wednesday night. And then over the weekend we'll have teams come in from all over the Mid-Atlantic region, and that just ends up pumping dollars into our local economy through hotel rooms and buying gas and buying food and all that sort of stuff. So we really are trying to create something that our local folks can enjoy, as well as a way to help the economy.
Oh yeah, we get people using hotel rooms. I was mentioning to your associate that they were ready to throw Mid-Atlantic Air Museum off the airfield, because they weren't paying. They didn't have any money to pay the rent for using the runways. And I cut a deal with the head of the airport authority back in '88 to get off their butt for 3 years, give them free rent, and look what it's turned into. One of the largest, I think it is one of, if not the largest, World War II reenactment in the country. And I think they are now the largest grossing event in Berks County. I think they far exceed Maple Grove and also the Jazz Fest.
Yeah, I think you're right. And we have an event that goes on that same weekend, fundraiser we do for BCPS, Berks Connections, pretrial services. Don't have a bunch of outside teams come in because hotels aren't available with that event going on, but the people who do come out here locally for the weekend we're here and they get to kind of see the show from afar. They love it, so that is a great thing. So you definitely understand the importance of bringing people from outside the community to come in and spend their money. So what again, just as you look around here, I mean, what are some of the thoughts that come to your mind as to things we can improve and how we can get the community involved in what we're doing out here?
Well, I want to commend you on the names on the fields. Charlie Wagner, what a great asset in baseball. Dick Earnett, and over here we have Whitey Karowski, who I personally knew. Whitey Karowski, I got on a bus one time and went down to Philadelphia to the old Connie Mack Stadium when Philly was playing St. Louis, and he actually took me into the St. Louis locker room and walked up to Stan Musial and handed him a ball. He said, "Autograph this for Mike." And I still have a ball to Mike, Stan Musial. I think he signed it Stan the Man Musial. But yeah, anything we can do to, it looks great out here. The signs, you can see the amount of support you're getting from the community by the amount of signs. Matter of fact, I think my funeral home will now pick a sign up. I see how it's going, and anything we can do for our kids. Our kids are our future, and anything we can do to get them. Sports builds teamwork. Teamwork builds leaders. And that's what we need in this country, leaders. When you can get from Cub Scouts to Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, Brownies and all that, when you get them together and they learn to work with other kids and other people, unfortunately today we seem to have made our school teachers the disciplinarians and the ethic coaches. And that's not their job. Their job is not parenting. Their job is educating. So parenting, when I was young, a lot of things we learned culturally came from Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts, and the other side things. Olive Boys and Girls Club. Look what they teach their children. But getting the children out there, getting them together, getting to work with each other, and again in sports teaching, winning isn't everything. It's how you play the game. But it's better than what's in second place. So, yeah, no, this is what you've done out here is great, and I do wish you all the best for the coming years, and hopefully we can be a part of it.
Thank you. Definitely appreciate the fact that you were the driving force behind this. Your rock's out here, and
I had a couple commissioners over the past 26 years that totally disliked me, so it's a wonder they didn't come out.
No, we actually made sure we painted it as well, so you could actually read it. So that'll definitely be a fixture.
Well, the first time it was painted, actually was a charcoal in or something. The Reading newspaper actually did a very negative article on the fields and on me for doing. I didn't even know this rock was going in, and they did an article that I was immortalizing myself before I left office with this rock. I didn't even know it was coming. Now, this was done by the architect, and because he knew how much I was pushing for this complex.
Well, definitely something that we're going to keep here as long as we're here for sure. And again, want to thank you for joining me, and definitely thank you for being the spearhead to do this, and understand how important it is to make sure our kids have a place to play.